Greetings, this is Polly. American education, that is the public schools that our kids go to, are terrible. Yes, asked. I've seen these videos in which these guys go there with a microphone and asked Gen Zers, who's the first president of the United States? You don't know. Who did we fight for a full war? They don't know. Who did we fight the Second World War? They don't know. What was the Civil War about? They don't know. And geography, forget it. They just don't know anything. Matter of fact, if you want to start a comic channel, just take a little microphone out there and your little camera up there and go on the street and just ask these questions. Who's first president of the United States? Who was our president during the Civil War? What was the Civil War? What's the ocean on the East Coast? What's the ocean on the West Coast? And you got a lot of funny answers. Only it's not funny. It's not funny at all. But they don't know this. And it is just one or two. I mean, you could be pretty successful. Probably 1 out of 3 there won't know basic geography, basic American. 70% probably won't know basic American history. The system we use is called the Prussian system, our educational system. It's from the Kaiser, when Germany was unified in the 1870s. His minister, Bismarck, wanted to glorify the German state and make it an obedient servant to the will of the upper class. So he wanted to start a public school system in which you just learn basic stuff. Read, write a little bit, to general math, and get a lot of propaganda about how good Germany was, the glorification of the German state. It's one problem with that. The problem with that is they had a competitor, the Catholic Church. They had their Catholic schools, and which also taught morality, Christian morality. So what they did is he outlawed the Catholic Church, not Catholic Church, but Catholic schools. So you just have the German model. And to an extent, it works. The idea was just teach the workers, the farmers, basic information they need. That's all, and a lot of propaganda. Adolf Hitler is a perfect example of it. Though intelligent, he didn't know much. He knew a lot about love of German state, German this, German that. I mean, he didn't invent it. It came from his schooling. They taught him well. The system can work to an extent. Baby boomers are perhaps the last group in which it was fairly effective. I mean, you teach basic stuff. Learn how to read and write, read a newspaper, be able to do your taxes, and God bless America. However, we stop that bit. I'm not sure a lot of them read and write too well. They don't know any history. They don't know any geography. They're not taught God bless America, just the opposite. America is the problems of the world. And we're seeing it now. A system that is just broken. Those with money, with connections, will still get into good private schools. And they'll do the thinking for us. But as for people like us in general, no. Unless you do it on your own, Yaka, no. This system can work, like I said, to an extent. But now it is broken. We have to face the fact that we're not educating people on anything. They're not learning how to read. They're not learning how to write. They can't do arithmetic. Well, maybe simple addition and subtraction, but you put some decimals in there, and you've lost that bunch. But naming a problem is fine, but you got to come up with a solution. And the solution is, I have a couple things. First, end the educational degree. Make every teacher get their master's in this subject. I know that's caused a lot of problems But the teachers we have now have a lot better problems. I'll tell you what, test it. The school I went to a Catholic school, grade school, then a public school. In the public school I went to, I found out later that the state gave teachers competency tests in their own subject. Only 27% of the school I went to of the teachers passed it. It showed you what the problem is. You say, well, that's just, it wasn't a very good school. No, but none of them are. Even those from so-called wealthy communities, they're not that good. Unless you go to private education there, you're not going to get it. You're just not going to learn enough. An ideal education teaches you to think, too. Ours Prussian system was never meant for that. It's not meant for you to think. It is just shop and listen. Take the lessons, fill them out, listen to the propaganda. That's how it works. Want to stop that? First, get rid of the teachers. You have to know your subject. They have to pass at least a competency test for a teacher in their field. Change the curriculum. Make geography and history mandatory, and you're gonna pass these things. If you can do that, you've gone, I think, a long ways from where we are now. That's not a perfect system. I don't know a perfect system. But holy cow, when you don't know basic geography, when you don't know your own history, for heaven's sakes, that's a major problem. And that is correctable with the correct teachers and the will and effort to get this through in the classroom. You can succeed. Well, Miss, I think so. Okay, this is my bitch for now. If you liked or learned something, please like and subscribe. Okay, till I see you again, it's Polly saying goodbye.